Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela Web Dev. So in this video we will learn about the component testing, the basics things we are learning. So let's try to see how we can test the basic component. We'll try to see. Let's say that this is the banner component which we are having it. Let's try to see it. So now here this is our test component, right? Normally if you are having a minimal component test, let's say that a minimal test for a component, let's say that if you are having a minimal test means, so that means it focuses on testing whether the Angular framework can create the component instance or not. So you need to check that whether, so here in this test case, so you are able to see that whether the Angular can able to create a component instance or not, you are trying to check it. So instead of writing it all this like this, you can write it in a simple manner. So how you can write it is, so here I will try to show you. So this is all basic thing. So before proceeding into the advanced thing, just I am trying to explain you the basic banner component. So it's a minimal. Okay, let's say that minimal. So if you are having a little only one test or something like this. So here you can write in such a way that, so now it should, let's just we are trying to check it. It should, okay, it should create component. That's it. And here you will be having the method. And now here I need to create the component test bed. So here test bed dot configure testing module. And here we can write it directly this one. So test bed. So we have imported the test bed. What is the problem here? We are getting it. So I am unable to understand. Okay, I need to keep the comma. Sorry, that's my issue. So here in the test bed dot component, here what I need to do, just we can imports. Here I can do the banner component. Just I need to import the banner component. Let's see whether it can able to get it or not. So it is taking some time. Yeah, banner component. So we are able to get this banner component. We need to import it. So here I am right. You need to understand. I am not writing in the before each. I am writing it in the directly in the test case. I am trying to write it. So here we got the test bed, and what we need to do, we need to get the component fixture. So here you can write directly fixture is equal to test bed dot create component of banner component. So here we have written the fixture, and here I will be having the constant component is equal to fixture dot component instance. So here I am trying to get the component instance. So fixture is component. So here I am able to get the component fixture dot component instance, and this one I am getting the component. So here what I can do, expect component dot to be truthy or to be defined, whichever you want to use it. So you can use it. So that's up to you. So to be defined means whether it has been created or not, or otherwise to be truthy. So this one also you can check it. That's not a problem. So now if you try to run this test case, so here instead of using this one npm test, so I am writing this test case. So this is the minimal. So here what we have done, so we have configured the test environment. Here the imports property include the component being tested. So in this scenario, that is banner component, and the default test module already includes the core modules like browser modules. So those are all the things. So there is no need to import anything else other than this common module. These things there is no need to import. And testbed.create component means it will create an instance of the component and attaches its corresponding DOM element to the test runner DOM. And here the fixture is a test harness that provides access to component instance via fixture.component instance and the component's DOM representation via fixture.nativeElement. So there is the thing. We'll try to see those all the things. So for example, let's say that as this test grows into the complexity and all those things, so for reuse purpose and all those things, if you want to do it means, so you can reuse the setup code by moving it into a before each block. So here what can I do? So instead of this one, so if you are having like this means, so here I can use the before each, okay, and in this one I can write it. So we can move these all the things into before each. For this one, what we need to do it is, so here we need to add the component of component fixture. Okay, so here this is the component fixture. Sorry, not the component fixture. Sorry, component means it's a banner component. And here we need to add banner component, and here fixture means it is of type. So here what it has been suggested by the copilot. So component fixture of banner component. Now here what we are trying to write it. So these are all the things we have implemented. So instead of this test bed and all those things, so these are all the things we need to remove it. And in the before each you can implement it. And this component fixture and all those things you can copy it and you can paste it here, and these all the things you need to remove it so that automatically this will be used. So this is also Correct. This one also works without any problem. So this one, if the text complexity grows means, then you will be trying to do it. So here it is trying to start it. So hopefully this will work. It's not a problem. So it is taking some time. Let it take. So but before each means runs before each test in the describe block. So each test cases when it is running. So this before each will run. Ensures that each test starts with a fresh instance of the banner component and its associated DOM. So that is the thing. Now let's see how we can test the banner template. So how we can test the components template. Now let's test if the components template renders the expected component or not. Let's try to see it. So for this one, what I am trying to do is, so here we are having the banner component.html, right? So now let's write it here. So we are having this one, and here I can write in such a way that it should contain banner works, something like this. Okay, so now here what can I do? So let's try to close it, this one, and here what I can do it is, so here, yeah, these are all the things it is already telling. So let's try to get the constant banner element. Okay, so whichever it is trying to tell you. So banner element, let's try to stop this GitHub Copilot. Okay, let's keep it like this only. So let's try to write banner element of type HTML element is equal to picture.nativeElement. So this is the method, and here I will be writing expect of banner element dot text content should contain the banner works. So that's it. So now here that is the same code, right, which we are trying to use it. Yeah, here this is the same line, and we are trying to check it. That's it. So now here what we are trying to do. So fixture.nativeElement, it refers to the root HTML element of the component, and text content contains all the text within the components template. Now if you try to check it here, so here you will be able to see it should contain banner works. It is working without any problem. Here you will be able to see the banner component minimal, it should contain banner works. It is working without any problem. So this is the one thing, and you need to understand that component fixture dot. So here we are using the value of component fixture dot nativeElement has the any data type. So here if you are able to observe, it consists of an any data type. So later we will be able to understand when you are trying to use the debug element dot nativeElement. So it also has the any element only. Angular can't know at compile time what kind of HTML element the native element is for, if it is even an HTML element. So at the runtime, at the compile time, it cannot able to know. The application might be running on a non-browser platform such as the server-side rendering or the web worker, where the element might have a diminished API or not exist at all. So because of that reason, so it returns an any data type. Okay, the test. So here whatever the test I am trying to run it, it is designed to run in a browser. So a native element value will always be an HTML element. So here whatever the native element I am trying to get it, it will always be an HTML element. So knowing that it is an HTML element of some sort, so we can use the standard HTML like a query selector and all those things. We can use it to dig deeper into this one. So for example, let's say that you can use constant, okay, constant p is equal to banner element dot query selector of p. So you can directly check this one. So banner element of query selector of p, and using this p, so what can we do? So here we can check that p dot text content. Okay, so p dot text content. So here what I can do it is, so here, so I can use it something like mandatory thing so that it will work without any problem. Okay, so now here what I am trying to do it is, so here we are using the query selectors and all those things to get the paragraph element and look whether the banner text contains works or not. So this is one way which we are trying to use it. And another thing which I want to explain you is the debug element. So which I will try to explain you in the upcoming video. So this is how we will be checking that whether the HTML element or any text content has been rendered or not in the HTML template. If you want to check it means, so we will be using this native element. So this native element, why we are using this native element is it returns an any data type, as I already told you. Why? Because so if we don't know whether we will be running these test cases in a non-browser or the browser environment, but here the test case we are running in a browser environment. So that means I am able to know that by sure it will return HTML element. So that's why I have written it here. So in non-browser elements or something like that, in order to not get any issues or anything, so it has an any data type. We'll try to see about this one. So this native element, what it will try to do, it will always be an HTML element. So then when it is an HTML element means, then you can use the query selector or query selector, all these type of methods and all those things you can apply into this one. Standard HTML, these are all the things you can apply. So that's it guys about this checking the template whether the text has been rendered or not in the components template. So hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.